Hi, I'm Miranda Cosgrove, and this is Mission Unstoppable. Coming up.
Here goes nothing. Cheers.
Cheers. We've got a hot one for you. Nabeel discovers the science behind growing the world's hottest pepper. Then, feeling stressed? Have we got a lab for you?
I'm already relaxed.
And this nature side quest might surprise you.
The animal kingdom is full of great mimicry.
Plus,
Can I borrow that skateboard?
this skate park is full of physics. Get ready to meet the scientists, inventors, and heroes who help make our world a better place. The future is here. The mission, unstoppable. What's it like to try the spiciest pepper in the world? I wouldn't know. This is a normal pepper. No, I send Nabeel to do the intense stuff. Check it out.
I got my milk. I got my antacid. And I got my cell phone, in case I need to call my mommy. All this because I'm about to face off with the hottest pepper in the world, grown right here on this farm by pepper expert Heather Peters.
What I absolutely love about my job is getting to be a part of creating the hottest peppers in the world. And I am blown away every day with the amount of science that actually is used in this industry.
Heather's love of all things spicy led her to become a competitive pepper eater, a brand ambassador, and now a part of the company behind the spiciest peppers on the planet. Today, she's showing me how her team uses science to push the boundaries of flavor with their creation, known as Pepper X. Heather?
Nabeel,
Hi, how's it going?
going good, how you doing?
Good, it's good to meet you. What do we have here?
We have some of the world's hottest peppers.
I can smell them even from here. This is wild.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you gonna make me eat a hot pepper later?
I think I am.
I pride myself as someone with a very high spice tolerance, but this feels like a whole other thing entirely.
This is truly going to be the hottest thing you've ever experienced.
Oh my goodness. Heather tells me pepper heat is expressed in Scoville Heat Units, which starts at 0 spice, like a bell pepper, but can ramp up to incredible numbers.
So a jalapeno ranges from 2,000 to 5,000 Scoville Heat Units. These are 2 million.
Okay, that is bonkers.
Yes.
How is science involved in the making of hot peppers?
To create a super hot pepper, you need to cross-pollinate or crossbreed peppers. So you take one pepper and another pepper, and then you're going to cross-pollinate them by taking the pollen off of one flower and putting it into the other flower. That's how we've created the hottest peppers in the world.
To show me how it's done, Heather takes me out to the pepper fields, where we meet company founder and pepper legend, Smokin Ed Currie. So I see you out picking some peppers right now. What are you looking for?
See these spikes all over this pepper?
Yeah.
That's indicative of having a very high capsaicin count.
And capsaicin is what exactly?
It's a compound inside of peppers that we perceive as heat, even though it's just a brain trick that doesn't have anything to do with heat.
You're telling me we just perceive heat as heat?
Yep, only mammals have the TRVP1 receptor that reacts with the capsaicin that sends a brain trick to our brain saying, this is hot.
What? So if
Yeah.
I'm like a lizard eating a pepper, it's not spicy to me?
Not spicy at all. We feed them to the chickens all the time.
But the capsaicin in peppers doesn't just affect mammal taste buds. Capsaicin-based topical creams are already sold to help alleviate nerve pain. And studies have shown evidence that capsaicin can help treat multiple medical problems, like cancer. So both foodies and physicians are invested in more powerful peppers. And the cross-pollination to create these peppers is a lot more hands-on than I thought.
We are going to choose 2 plants. So I'm choosing this one as the papa plant. And then I'm gonna choose a mama plant, and I want the characteristics of the mama plant. So I want both the characteristics to be created into a new pepper. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to grab the pollen. And then we are going to go over and I am going to pollinate it. So essentially what I am doing is I am doing the job of an ant.
How long does it take before you get a pepper with the combined characteristics?
It actually takes 8 to 10 generations or grow cycles to produce a stabilized pepper, meaning it's going to have both of the characteristics of the mama plant and the papa plant that you are looking for. It's a 1 in 10 chance of getting a stabilized pepper.
Checking to see if a breed has stabilized requires knowing the pepper's actual capsaicin levels. So we head to the chemistry lab at Winthrop University.
These peppers are being freeze-dried to suck out all of the moisture. Then what we have is our finished product.
No, not yet, not yet. Next, the dried pepper is ground down. Ethyl alcohol is added, and it's placed on a boiler to separate out the capsaicin. After filtering, the liquid is ready to be analyzed. A high-performance liquid chromatography machine confirms that this batch of Pepper X has the record-setting 2.5 million Scoville Heat Units. So now that I know what I'm in for, it's time to try one. Here goes nothing. Cheers.
Cheers!
Okay. Wow, just sort of right away. Okay. Oh, Heather, thank you so much for today. I was gonna say that the science was hotter than the peppers, but no, the peppers are way hotter. Peppers are really hot. This is a really good job, mission accomplished. Awesome. I'm gonna go get some milk. Bye.
Bye! Weird.
Science isn't just something to study from afar. Sometimes you want to apply the science directly, yet gently, to your face. Take a look.
I get it. You're tired, your under eyes feel dry, you have class in 15 minutes, and you need a quick refresher. It sounds like you need a spa day. Okay, so I can't make that happen, but I can make a formulation to create cooling gels that feel like a spa day for your eyes. Welcome to Cosmetic Concoctions with Amanda. Cosmetic Concoctions with Amanda, yeah! Hi, I'm Amanda, a professional cosmetic chemist. I'm here to teach you what goes into some of your favorite beauty products. Today, we're making some under eye gels that will refresh and moisturize the skin around your eyes. Trust me, these bad boys are soothing, and once you put them under your eyes, you're gonna feel like you've been kissed by clouds. Think of the under eye gels you've seen or used before. They're usually a bit gooey, thick, and feel kind of like jelly. In order for the eye gels to get that nice viscous texture, we need to focus on including products that act as thickeners. Let's hit it, crew. First, we're going to lock our beaker into place and add water. I'm gonna take a bigger weight boat and add our 2 carrageenans. Carrageenan is a naturally sourced gelling agent that's commonly used in cosmetics and in the food industry because it has a strong thickening property. Then we're gonna add some glycerin to prehydrate and create a slurry. This allows for the carrageenan to be incorporated into the water phase really nicely. Now that our overhead is beginning to mix, I'm going to add our carrageenan slurry. Lab tip, it's considered unprofessional to use this machine to make a milkshake. Now that we've got this mixing, let's talk a little bit more about the chemistry that's happening. Thickeners do exactly what it sounds like. They make a formulation thicker. A thickener is used in cosmetic chemistry in order to increase viscosity without altering the effects of other ingredients in the formula. And now we're gonna have this mix for 20 minutes, and we're gonna begin heating to 60 to 65 degrees Celsius. This will turn the sample into a uniform and consistent mixture. Plus, this gives us 20 minutes to do whatever we want. Whoa. A girl's vocabulary could always be improved. Ideoblast, a cell which differs greatly from the surrounding cells or tissues. Whoa. Now we need to get the mixture to our desired viscosity. To do this, we're adding in more of our viscosity adjuster. This is just a water and sodium chloride mixture, so essentially we're just using salt water. We'll see that the salt is going to help the final product set into a hard gel. Now that we're happy with the viscosity, we can add it to our molds to fit our under eyes perfectly. I have mine right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in while the solution is still hot. Now we need to let them solidify in the mold. I like to do this by placing them in a fridge. This not only speeds up the molding process, but it also makes it feel so cold and refreshing when you put it on your skin, like we're at the spa. Here we go, a really nice, firm gel. Let's test these babies out. Super cooling. I'm already relaxed. See you next time on Cosmetic Concoctions with Amanda. Bye.
Ever hear the phrase, fake it till you make it? Some animals take that pretty literally. Check it out.
I absolutely love impressions, but not just from humans. The animal kingdom is full of great mimicry, and they're a lot more convincing than that random dog in your neighborhood who thinks he's an ambulance. Hi, I'm Esther. I think nature is awesome, and I want to tell you all about it. So we're gonna learn about vocal mimicry on today's Nature Side Quest. First up, margays. These agile little cats are native to South and Central America. They live in the thick jungle canopy, hunting birds, reptiles, and small mammals in the trees. In 2005, field researchers in Brazil were out in the jungle when they found a small group of pied tamarin monkeys in the trees. The researchers also noticed a margay stalking the tamarins, but instead of ambushing them the way a lion might ambush a gazelle, the margay began chirping like a little tamarin baby in distress. The researchers think the margay was trying to lure one of the tamarins away from the group with the sound, so it could attack. I guess the margay's impression wasn't that convincing because the tamarin figured out the trick and fled the scene. Since then, researchers have discovered that other jungle cats like jaguars, pumas, and even tigers participate in this kind of mimicry as well. But not all animals mimic other wild species, which brings us to number 2, beluga whales. These Arctic-dwelling mammals are often called the canaries of the sea because they produce an incredible array of clicks, squeals, chirps, and whistles. This is what they normally sound like. But in the late 1970s, as the US Navy was working with a population of captive beluga whales, one beluga named Nossi got really close to his human handler. Researchers worked with him over several years, and in 1984, he was recorded apparently trying to talk like a human. Check this out. I can't make out any actual words, but legend has it that he's still making that kazoo sound to this day. Number 3 is the most skilled animal mimic on my list. It's the superb lyrebird. These musically inclined ground-dwelling birds live in the forests of Australia, and they are some of the world's most excellent mimics, capable of repeating sounds that they've been taught by their parents and sounds that they've heard from other creatures. As part of their mating ritual, the male superb lyrebird will make a series of calls imitating other birds in the area. When it runs through all of these bird calls, it moves on to other noises in its environment, like chainsaws, camera shutters, dogs, and sirens. Take a listen. Can you imagine taking a relaxing walk in the woods and then hearing a creepy chainsaw, but suddenly realizing it's actually a bird? Disturbing. It turns out lyrebirds can do such convincing mimicry because of an incredibly well-developed organ known as a syrinx that's located near their trachea. The many muscles surrounding the syrinx help give this bird precise control. They can even control just one side of the syrinx at a time, allowing for one bird to have complex harmonies within their own voice. Other birds also have syrinx, but they've got a long way to go before mastering mimicry as well as the amazing lyrebird. That's all for now. I'll see you on our next Nature Side Quest.
You know the science is gonna be so cool when they make you wear a helmet. It's time to meet Judy Jane Jan.
Biotechnology takes the power of biological systems and cells to create cutting-edge innovations. It's changing how we stay healthy, how we grow food, and even how we handle climate change. Some places are working on biotechnology so advanced, their legal department wouldn't sign off on us doing a segment. So instead, we decided to talk to a biotechnology project manager about skateboarding? When she's not staring down the barrel of a microscope, Judy Jane Jan is barreling down a half pipe, using her science skills to become a better skateboarder.
I always loved skateboarding. It always looked so fun to me, and there was so much science involved, and the way to learn about skateboarding was really similar to science. The more you learn, the more there is to learn, and it's never ending.
Today, I'm going to the skate park so Judy can show me the physics fundamentals behind her favorite hobby.
So you're a scientist, not just a skateboarder. So how did you combine these two things?
Understanding the incline and how the angles work. There's certainly geometry and physics. And understanding both of them and how they apply helps me understand what to do, how my board's gonna go, and learn a new trick.
So are you gonna be able to teach me some tricks today?
For sure, everyone can learn how to skate.
Nice.
Before I start my training, Judy wants to show me some of the geometry that makes a skate park like this work.
What are we looking at?
This is a bank. Skateboarders can roll up on it, do turns and tricks.
So if it's a large angle versus a small angle, what will happen?
If it's a large angle and it's steeper, we have to use a lot more speed and approach it with more force. And if it's a lower angle, it's gonna be more mellow and you can take your time and ride up on it slower.
Are there other structures that this applies to as well?
On this side, this is a half pipe. Imagine the radius of a big circle on each end and a flat ground in the middle. Knowing the height that you're gonna start at and understanding how much speed it's gonna give you allows you to time your approach to the other side and back down.
One way skaters use physics to keep their speed up in the half pipe is a technique called pumping, something skate student Sol is learning today with help from expert skater Rob.
So tell me a bit about what they're doing.
They are pumping. That means being able to keep yourself perpetually going back and forth in the half pipe. So imagine if there's a string tied to your body and you're a pendulum swinging. Whenever you decrease the length of that string, you go faster. This principle is conservation of angular momentum. That's what they're doing every time they thrust their bodies upward and then push down onto the ramp. Theoretically, they can go on forever.
Another skateboarding technique Sol is practicing today is called the drop-in.
So tell me a bit about conservation of energy here on the ramp.
Essentially, wherever you get above the ground, that gives you potential energy, and it gives you equal measure of kinetic energy going in. So the higher up we are starting, the faster she'll go.
So all of that potential energy turns into kinetic energy. So if this platform was even higher, there'd be a higher potential energy before dropping in.
Exactly. If you've ever watched those amazing skate competitions where the ramps are super high, they're called vertical ramps, and the sides are nearly vertical. They can get so high, they can launch themselves out of the air and do all kinds of amazing tricks.
Now that I know some of the physics, it should be simple to just put on some gear and master a beginner's move like the pump, right?
All right, woo!
How you doing?
I'm applying the physics!
So like any skill, this takes time and practice. But after a few minutes, I'm starting to get it.
By standing and thrusting up, you are giving yourself speed.
I'm feeling the physics.
Now I'm ready to try something more advanced, like dropping in.
Leaning forward and stepping down. You! That was amazing!
That was so cool. I did it!
Great drop in.
Whew. I knew there was a lot of potential energy involved, but this just takes energy.
It really does.
Welcome back. Before we go, we have one last thing.
You are capable of anything and everything you put your mind to. And if science is what you love, your heart, your soul, your mind will follow right along with you, and you can achieve anything you put your mind to.
We're all wildly capable, so if science sounds hard, don't be deterred. Really pursue it and enjoy it. There's so much to learn and to continue learning. It's a field that's hard, but definitely very rewarding.
And that's it for this episode of Mission Unstoppable. Next time, we want to book some penguins, but I've heard they hate taking cold calls. Bye. If you're watching this, you must have really liked the video. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and check out these other videos that are even better. No, really. I've seen this one over 100 times.